Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jake Brown here, Jake Brown Radio. My YouTube venture has now begun, and of course, we end the Amazin but True podcast after 4 remarkable seasons. Love doing it with Nelson Figueroa, and the first day it is extinct. The Mets sign JD Martinez. Of course, I'm out at an event in the city. My phone's on Do Not Disturb. I get a text that says, I like this JD Martinez move. I said, oh my God, it has finally happened. I've been waiting for the Mets to get JD Martinez for a while. I wanted him last offseason when he was a free agent. He went to the Dodgers, and what'd he do? He mashed. He had a remarkable season, 33, 103, hits 271, and for the longest time since the DH has happened in the National League, I've wanted the Mets to have an actual DH, not a J.D. Davis, Daniel Vogelback combination, and every combination the Mets have tried to put out there, but a legit designated hitter you can slot in every day who is going to mash and can do it behind Pete Alonso. Well, here you go. Happy opening day in less than a week. While he may not be there for opening day, he'll be there soon after. He might start in AAA, but JD Martinez is in a Mets uniform. Thank you, Lord. This is the move every Met fan needed to ignite a fire into the 2024 season. On the podcast, the final episode, I said probably 77 win team, 77 to 80 win range. This is the kind of hitter that makes me think this team, if healthy, if everything goes right, can win closer to 85 games. I don't think me saying an 8-game difference is that drastic, because if this guy continues to hit 25, 30 homers and is a solidified star in the middle of that lineup, he answers so many question marks that this team had going in. Brett Baty was going to potentially be your 6 or 7 hitter. Now everyone moves the spot down. There's no uncertainties with Mark Vientos. Listen, I know he's crushing it this spring, and Friday, of course, he hits a home run. But you don't know that Mark Vientos yet is an everyday player. You don't know that Brett Baty is an everyday player. Now, if Baty struggles, you have Mark Vientos to say, hey, I'm here too. Let me play third base. You have a left-hand hitter. You have a right-hand hitter. Vientos makes more sense for him to start in AAA. But now you get a big bopper, JD Martinez. And I get it. The naysayers will say this. He's 36. He'll turn 37 in August. In the most Metsian fashion, he will probably stink. He'll come here. He'll hit 15 homers. He'll miss some time. He'll come in out of shape. If you want to believe that, fine. I'm not. I think he's going to continue what he has done. He continues to mash. It's not like he has regressed in his time, in his later years. The guy hit 33 last year. 16 and 62 the year before, 28 and 99 the year before with the Red Sox. We'll cross out the COVID season. 2019, 36 and 105. 2018, 43 and 130. 2017, 29 and 65. This is a certified 25 to 30 plus home run hitter that can potentially drive in 100 runs in the middle of the Mets lineup. We were talking about who is going to bat behind Pete Alonso. Who is going to be that guy? And everyone wanted to sell me the bag of goods of Jeff McNeil. Fine, you want to say that. But we weren't going in with Jeff McNeil's our cleanup hitter. Let's go. Francisco Alvarez, our cleanup hitter. Let's go. JD Martinez, our cleanup hitter. Yes, let's go. Now, all the pressure goes off McNeil. All the pressure goes off a Starling Marte. All the pressure goes off a Francisco Alvarez to hit behind Pete Alonso. Now you have Nimmo, Lindor, Alonso, JD Martinez. Then 5, I guess it's probably going to be McNeil. Then you got Alvarez. Then you got Marte, or if you want to flip-flop, whatever, Mendoza's going to do there. But now that is a stacked 1 through 7. How can you not like that Mets 1 through 7 now? The question marks by one signing, by one year, $12 million signing, have all changed completely. Because now it's 8 Beatty, 9 Bader. Beatty and Bader, Beatty and Bader, Beatty and Bader. Try to say that 10 times fast. And then you mix and match. If Marte needs a day off, you play a DJ Stewart, you play a Choi. You have so many different options, and this makes Carlos Mendoza's life so much easier. And obviously, you feel a little bit bad for Mark Vientos. He had a good spring. Now he's, going to AAA likely. But that's the big leagues. And the Mets now are showing us we're not going to just punt. We got our bopper. We got our first legit DH in franchise history. We got him. Just dingers. We called that for JD Davis, just dingers. JD Martinez is just dingers. That is an actual just dingers, because that's what he does. And listen, he can also play a handful of games in the outfield. I know he's going to be 37. By a handful, I mean 3 to 5 games. If you're in dire straits, someone gets hurt, someone needs a day, he could throw 3 games out there and you throw him in the outfield. And, that's the last thing you're worried about. But if needed, he can do that. Now, it's probably not going to happen. He's going to be your DH. But 2 or 3 games a year, he could play a little bit of outfield. This is a professional hitter. And I'm not really worried that he missed spring. Obviously, the video was out a few weeks ago. He was still mashing in the cages. And, he's a professional hitter. He's played with guys in the past on this team. He has relationships on this Mets team. And the worry was, let's not overspend and crush the luxury tax and, spend way too much by bringing in a 36, soon-to-be 37-year-old DH. Well, the Mets avoided that. They're paying JD Martinez $4.5 million this year. Part of that's the signing bonus. $1.5 million a year deferred from 2034 to 2038. David Stern said, let me give Bobby Bonilla a call and let me try and do my own magic with that. JD Martinez will rack in $1.5 million a year from age 47 to 51. That's incredible for him. He's going to be on a beach somewhere getting $1.5 million a year from the Mets. And it's not going to happen, but just a dream scenario. The 15-year anniversary comes of the Mets 2024 World Series title. And JD Martinez is at the ceremony, and then he collects a big, fat $1.5 million check. Just, dream, 10 years, I should say. The 10-year anniversary, 2034, JD Martinez, you give him a $1.5 million check, and he celebrates 10-year anniversary. That is the ultimate pipe dream scenario. That is not happening. But the real scenario is this. The Mets are now in position. If Kodai Senga can come back relatively soon, he doesn't miss, 3 months. He's back maybe by Memorial Day. You stay healthy. This lineup looks good. The back end of the bullpen looks good. And we'll find out about the starting rotation. That is going to be the X factor. But you can't look at this Mets lineup now and not be pretty excited. Not think to yourself, you know what? We could compete for a wild card spot. And, 48 hours ago, I wouldn't have said that. I really did not have much hope going into opening day. But man, how does one signing like this get you reeled right back in? We're back. Call us lunatics. Call Mets fans excited about this crazy. But when JD Martinez is the hitter that we know him to be, as a 25, 30 homer guy that can drive in 100, with Pete Alonso, with Francisco Lindor, with Francisco Alvarez ready to roll now in his second year, a full season now with the Mets, knowing he's the starter, learned English, communicating with guys, acting like a veteran out there, a healthy Starling Marte, Jeff McNeil trying to, do what he did 2 years ago. Brandon Nimmo moving to left field, less pressure on him in the outfield, a defensive wizard in center field and Bader. You have to be thrilled about this Mets team. Pete Alonso in a contract year. Third base is the question mark. What will you get out of Brett Beatty? But you have some options. You have Wendell. You have Mark Vientos as an option. That's where you'll see the young guys as third base. And I know the naysayers will say this. I wanted to see Vientos. I wanted to see him play every day and see the young guys. Well, you still may see them later in the year. If the Mets are out of it after the trade deadline, you still may see this guys. This is not, crushing your payroll. It's not crushing the cap. It's a 1-year deal. Let's ride. I love it, man. I love it. JD Martinez, not worried about the money. He's made $128 million in his 13-year career. He made $10 million last year with the Dodgers. 13 years in the big leagues. He's a pro's pro. 315 homers, 1,002 RBIs in his career. So I was thrilled with his signing. I've wanted JD Martinez for a while, and he is now a New York Met. And opening day on Thursday, I'll be there 21 straight years going with my dad. He flies up from Carolinas, and I'll be there with Pops once again. And 2 days ago, it was like, yeah, the tradition continues. Love it. Home opener, love it. But now I'm a bit more hyped up about this Mets season than I was. And I know it's just one hitter, and I know he's old. But give us something to get excited about, and that was it. David Stern said, opening day ticket sales a little low. Ticket sales across the board a little low. Let's, right after we launch our new food at the What's New at Citi Field event, let's sign JD Martinez. Let's ride. Jake Brown at Jake Brown Radio. Subscribe to the YouTube right now if you're not. Give me a thumbs up below. Comment below. Let me know how you're feeling about JD Martinez. Am I too excited? Is it a little bit too much hype for a soon-to-be 37-year-old DH? Maybe. Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate the support as I start this YouTube journey. Amazin with Jake, we'll call it. Amazin with Jake. As we talk Mets all season long. If you're coming from Amazin but True, thanks for your support over the last 4 years. Let's start this new venture here. Join me, JD Martinez. Welcome to the New York Mets. Glad to have you. Opening day on Thursday at Citi Field, Mets Brewers. We'll see you there. Thanks for watching.